Well, hi. I just thought I would hop in and play a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn real quick. One of my favorite games of all time. I have a whole bunch of other games for my PS4, like God of War and The Last of Us, Spider Man, and all sorts of crazy things. So if you want to see a Let's Play of one of those, just let me know. But today I'm going to hop into Horizon Zero Dawn. Disclaimer, I have played this before, I have beaten it before. I did start a new file recently, but I legitimately cannot remember where I last left off. I just wanted to hop in. This may be a one off video. This may turn into a series. Who knows? That's up to you guys. But for now, I'm just going to hop in. So I guess I should explain a little bit about this game. It's in that genre of looting and crafting and stealth and skill trees and, climbing towers to reveal more of the map, side questing, main questing kind of deal. One of those, but I think this one stands out a little bit. So here's where I'm at right now. I need to go through there. There's something going down on the other side of that gate, like I'm sure you can hear. But before we do that, I just want to explain a little bit and show how this game kind of works. So this is who you play as, Aloy. Your main weapon, besides your spear, is your bow. There's multiple different types of bows. There's Hunter. Yeah, I have the Hunter bow right now, but you have this bow right here, which is the Hunter bow. There's three different classes of bows. There's Hunter bows, there's Sharp Shots, War bows, I believe. Sharp Shots are more akin to something like a sniper. War bow is pretty powerful, but lacks accuracy. And this bow that I have right now, like I said before, is just your basic bow. And you do have multiple different types of arrows. Let's see. You got fire arrows. I only have fire arrows and hunter arrows. But later in the game, you get things like tear blast arrows, which rip parts off machines, which I'll get to in just a second. And then you have other things like corruption arrows, which make enemies fight each other. Just all sorts of cool stuff. So the basic premise in this game is that humanity has sort of reverted back to their primal state of living in tribes and hunting and gathering. But there are remnants of society that have just sort of died off, but they're still there, and they take the mechanics and parts and just things they find, leftovers, and convert them into things like weapons and armor. Like it's a pretty primal setting, like in the forest and things, and you go up into the mountains later on and things like that. But at the same time, you see things like this that are like holographic sort of deals that are like super sci-fi and futuristic. So I like how they sort of contrast each other like that. So I guess we can just get started with this quest right here. Long story short, I passed this thing called the Proving, which let me become a Seeker, which I can basically go anywhere I want now.
Bring it closer! Closer!
Holy. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? I like his emblem. Not fire.
Aloy. The outcast who won the Proving.
I sure did.
High Matriarch Tirsa said you might know the way to Meridian.
The capital of the Carja Sundom? You seek exile?
No, a traitor named Olin.
Yeah, so pretty
You
much
should
there's
head
this
north to
dude
Mother's
named
Crest.
Olin
If you
who
make it,
had
talk to Maria.
this
She'll
thing
point the way.
If I
right
make
above
it?
his ear. For me, I have
Ever
one
since
of
the
those
War
little
Party
things right
massacre,
above my
our land's
right
going
ear.
patrol.
If you look, I have the little triangle
Only
looking
because
thing
Sona
right
went
above my
missing.
ear, which is called a
I'd go
focus.
after
Lets me
but she ordered me to
communicate
escape
with
my
people.
life.
It lets me see like enemies through walls and things like that. And he has one too, and I just basically want to know why he has one and where he got his. So I guess I'll ask a few questions here.
You said I won the Proving. How did you know that?
Spoke
How
to
did you know
survivors.
that?
They said you fought bravely, as did Bast.
Oh yeah, Bast.
Your sister was...
He died. He was like my childhood bully. He threw a rock at me when I was a kid. I honestly can't remember if I chose to throw it back or not. I don't think I did, but choices like that pop up every now and then.
You said the war party was massacred. How?
When word came of the attack on the Proving, War Chief Sona assembled a war party to give chase. Some braves broke rank and raced ahead, straight into a trap.
You big
Pack
dummies.
of seething with corruption fell upon the braves and savaged them.
Yeah, I guess
Destroyed the
that's
machines,
something
but
new that I'm about to get into
by then the
right
killers were
now
gone.
at this point in the game, because
And
there's
our
normal
losses were-
machines, which are honestly pretty easy to take down,
This-
and then there's
Even when the war party was
corrupted
massacred,
machines,
she wouldn't
which
give
are
up the chase.
basically just
Called for volunteers
more
and went after
evil,
the
more
killers.
You
aggressive,
didn't
higher
volunteer?
level versions
Of course
of
I did.
existing
But Sona-
machines. They have a few extra
She ordered me to
abilities,
see the
like
wounded
some
back to the
gain
embrace.
like projectile attacks
guard
that
this
previously
gate
didn't have them.
to
In the
both
DLC,
with my life.
there's ones called demonic
That was days ago.
machines, which
Since
are
then, there's
that,
been no word from her.
but
Still
on
there's no way
like
to know
times
if she's
10.
alive.
Sona's prowess is legend, an unbending spear to measure ourselves against.
You said the trail is dangerous. What sorts of dangers?
Tell me.
The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
That is one of the things about
Snuck
this
across the
game
border to prey on
that
us.
did
Camp
receive a bit
in
of
the metal ruins
criticism.
up-
Like I
If
could
you
craft more
notice,
arrows.
the facial animations,
Aloy,
like the environments
make the
are
journey,
absolutely
there any
gorgeous,
chance
and the
to
game
search for
looks
Sona?
great, and gameplay is
The
super
tribe
fun.
needs
The
her
story is
leadership.
really engaging, and
If I
so are
go
the
after her
characters.
myself,
But
all of this gate-
you know, as soon as
Where
you're
else will I
super
see it?
immersed,
War
the
party massacre
character
site.
animations.
hollow
I mean, they
across
didn't
from
use
Devil's Gulch
mocap
on
like
this
they
side
did
of
in
the
other
river.
games, like in God of
You
War,
might
The
be able
Last
to
of
pick
Us.
up her-
I mean,
She
but
went after the
granted,
killers
they
who
did
attacked
what
the
they
Proving,
could with
who
what they
killed those
had,
we
and I
loved,
feel like
who tried to kill
even
you.
without the
I
resources
get
that
it,
other
Carl.
studios had, they still pulled
I'll
it
see
off.
why.
So it
May the
looks
goddess protect.
like.
Well, just-
So there are like things like sticks and flowers, medicinal herbs you can gather to craft things like arrows. And if you look at the top left, you see my health up there, which is 280 out of 280. Then the little green bar under it. So if I press up on the D-pad, it won't let me do it now because I'm full health. But that's when the medicinal herbs come in handy, is that when you use the medicinal herbs, it drains the green meter, but it refills your health in exchange. So you're constantly wanting to collect the medicinal herbs, so your healing factor is online, I guess. Then there's all these like little roots and flowers that you can use to craft like different kinds of arrows, which I never did all that much my first playthrough of this game. But you can do things like you can kill animals to get their skins and bones, and you can use that to craft like additional ammo pouches, more pouches for your medicinal herbs. So over there, that is a side quest. I'm gonna want to go get that. And anywhere you see these little red bushes with the little fireflies, you can crouch and you'll be in stealth mode. Because if you look at the top screen in the middle, there's the eye. That means I'm currently visible. If I crouch, I go in here, you can see that disappears. So I'm basically invisible. But if you see when I walk, there's a little sound waves that appear next to the eye. That means that I'm making noise and enemies can hear me. So what I can do, make it right behind the booty, go a little bit slower. Oh, stealth kill. And then you can like loot corpses and collect parts to use with ammo. He's gonna look up. Oh shoot! I don't know why I'm stressing out so much. And so if you use the focus, like I was talking about before, you can scan machines with it, and you can pinpoint their weak points. Like you see here, there's the blaze canister, which is weakness is fire, and the shield with the crack in it. That's the tear blast. And so what I can do is not that. Alright, well, I've been playing other games lately, and in those games you use circle to crouch, but in this game circle is dodging, and squares to crouch, and so I always get that mixed up. I guess this would be a good time to show spear attacks. So if you use R1, you have light, okay, which are quicker but do less damage. Then if you use R2, you have these heavy attacks, which also have a chance of knocking machine parts off of enemies, which is great, because then if you knock certain parts off of them, in most cases prohibits them from using their abilities. Like there are these other machines called scrappers that have scanners, like radar scanners on their back, and if you shoot that off, they can't scan the environment and find you that way, which is pretty useful. And there's examples and things like that all over the game where you can shoot like you can shoot the gun off of a machine, you can pick it up and use it for yourself, which is really cool.
Are you all right, Hunter? Were you injured when the war party was ambushed?
Not exactly. And I'm not a hunter. My name's Kren. I thought I'd have a go at the trials at the hunting grounds over the rise, you know, hone my skills.
He's talking about hunting grounds. Here, we'll actually
You got
ask him
injured
about
on a
that.
hunting-
During the
Because the hunting
and
grounds
my
are
bow snapped,
basically,
and the trip,
they're more than a side quest. They're sort of a collection of mini games. And you get a rank. The better you do at these mini games, which more often than not is just sort of kill a certain number of these monsters or machines, shoot a certain part off of these
Why did you say
monsters
you weren't
or machines. I
at
keep
all?
calling them monsters.
I have to live in the wild by myself, which is why I wanted some training. Honestly, I'm just glad the keeper would talk to me.
Yeah, these hunting ground things. Yeah, if you look, remove canisters from grazers, kill machines using the log pile traps. These very specific objectives. And you see on the right, there's rewards, all these boxes, which are basically boxes of, I don't want to say loot boxes, but that's just kind of what comes out. They're boxes with loot. They're more often than not rare items that you would normally have to like search really hard for. I don't remember doing any of those in my previous playthrough. Looks like there's 2 quests here. This one looks like it's shorter. I think I'll do that one first, actually. There's so much crap to talk about in this game. Okay, but I think for now, I'm just gonna do this one. Oh, shoot the fox. Oh, yeah, you can scan targets. You can tag them. With machines, you can also see the path that they walk. And that's how it's a lot easier to place things with like the trip caster. So it looks like there's another side quest up here. I'm supposed to go in that direction, but I do want to, let's see, I want to go get this side quest real quick. Oh, I remember exactly what side quest this is. If I remember correctly, these people died, and I have to follow the tracks and find the murderer, basically. Hello, sir.
Varl told me there would be bandit ambushes on the road.
Well, it's not all good news. They don't always come to you.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Follow the
There's
trail of
bandit
smoke on
camps
the other side
around
of
the
woods.
world, and see bandit camp, and you have to basically stealth your way through and kill all the bandits there, pretty much. I kind of want to do that one actually. Bandit camps. No, I think I'm gonna stick with the one I'm doing now. Hello, bunny. He disappeared. Oh no, there he is. I'll let you go this time. I know this isn't very exciting. I just kind of started. I forgot where I was, and I just wanted to play this game. I wanted to make a video on it, and I'm starting in the middle of a quest. So, oh, there's another one. How are you today, sir? Shh, it's okay. Let's go. And the different colored items, like you saw, because you had a bunch of white colored items, but then there's things like, I think it's green, blue, and purple, and they differ in rarity. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go kill that one too. I'm gonna do it all sneaky like. He's coming around. See, Aloy took out her bow. She knows exactly what's going down. But I'm sorry, for this you won't need your bow. You know what? I'm gonna show overriding. So once you get through, you can either do this, or you can hold triangle, and you can override the machine. I hardly ever do this, but I just want to show it for the sake of the video. So then, you see the blue. He's mine now. Tap X. And he goes really fast. You can hold circle and he slows down immediately. You can run over other machines. Look at that. Get body. And you see that symbol that appears with like the 3 little stars in it. That basically means they're toppled. So that was a bad time to do that. So if I go over, while they're toppled, if you press R1, you can do a critical hit. Got him. And my Strider died. That sucks. I'm gonna hit him with some fire arrow action. Blaze canisters. Shoot it with a fire arrow.
The one to stop me.
Holy. Blaze canister's weakness. One of the weaknesses was fire. So if you use that, it blew it up. And now this thing, these are data logs. They're everywhere. I personally have not collected all of them, and I probably won't anytime I play this game. Mainly just because they're freaking everywhere. So, ooh, look at the blood. Ooh, ew. And so one thing you can do, you see all those different points. Dang. And so this machine right here, a corruptor. Corruptors are insane. Everything is, everyone's dead.
War Chief Sona sent me back to report. I'm no good through like this.
Varl told me that the war chief tracked the killers.
My wounds started to slow me down. So the war chief sent me back to let others know she hasn't given up the fight. I thought after the proving there could be no darker day, but I was wrong. The war chief was
Darn
delayed.
right.
Dozens lost in minutes. If Sona hadn't arrived and rallied us, no one would have survived.
Varl sent me to look for Sona. Do you know where she is now?
All I can tell you is where we parted. Near the metal tower, southeast of the ruins at Devil's Thirst.
Devil's Thirst, that's where we have to go for the
others.
bandit camp. How convenient is that? Let's go kick some booty. Also, I want to get this one. Use that for the tools menu to lure a single enemy to your position. Yeah, I don't know. I'll hold off on that. Wait till I get another skill point. Well, I really hope you did like this look at Horizon Zero Dawn. If you want more, just let me know down below. Also, if you did like this video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you want to see more like this, consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.